Hello everyone, this is JM764 and welcome back to my Let's Play of Rain Fever. Now once again I just want beta, therefore since it's a beta, expect there to be bugs, glitches, the occasional crash, and etc. Having a little issues with my microphone at the moment, but again I'm going to look into replacing it. This is just a temporary one since my original died, so expect my voice to just randomly cut out even though I'm talking, like it is now, but not much I can really do about that. Sorry. But without that out the way, let's get started. And also, if any of you are wondering why I load the game while I'm recording, it's because, well, I have some time for my computer to warm up in case something happens. Been running a little harder than it usually does. And you know what, guys? This is that save file I was talking about. I'll show it to you in those videos, but we need to go a bit back in time. All the way back here. I think this was the... Yep, this is it. And that's one of the guys who's helping me... Well, that's the sound of one of the guys who's helping me work on the American mod pack I'm making, which, by the way, if any of y'all want to help out, just go to the official or even the Steam Rain Fever forums and just say you want to help and, you know, you're part of the team. But anyway, he was just wishing me some luck in recording, which I think is nice. And speaking of which, today is a special day because, well, the last day of this week I get to record. So... it's going to be a fairly long episode if the game is going to cooperate with me. Also, remember how I think episode 2 I said expect me to forget things? Well, remember how I had to go back in time for that save with the tunnel? Guess what? Yeah, I did it again. Also, I turned my preview window off on my other monitor to conserve resources. The game runs a processor was having issues. But, it seems all these vehicles I forgot to send back onto line 3. So let me do that now. I know. I actually tested the save out and went to the future a little bit, and I mean a little bit. And, luckily, it seems to be profitable, so I'll just let it warm up for you guys. And I'm going to full screen game. I always started off in a window. Has to start up first. But, yeah. But, for now, everything's running smooth. I mean, granted, it's gonna take quite a bit of lag for the autosave. It's gonna take a bit of time for it to catch up with all the new passengers. But they are actually using trams, which I find hilarious. Because they're slower, but... I mean, here's the bus lines for the city. Here's the trams for the cities. And from what I saw when I let the game run, they like the trams more. So, yeah. I guess it's because they go to more stops than the bus does, but still, that is just... Also, the oil train. I never really looked into it even when I was running the save, but you're not the... the camera. I keep forgetting that the line camera is broken, but the train camera works fine, thankfully. And there it goes, miles per hour again. I just love that. Yeah, I'm running it on fast setting. Sadly, I can't really see how the bit rate's doing. Is it carrying anything? No, it's not. Going to the station, because... oh, it is going to. Speaking of which... hey! Oh, wait, here's a cool feature about this game, guys. The cargo in 3D, and the more cargo you have, the more obviously will show up. But also it'll change its shape and appearance. In the case of oil, it'll be for oil, lots of oil, then oil tanks, like you know those giant oil start sitting inside, which I think is hilarious because, as far as I remember, when transferring oil, at least here in America, the first oil car was a flatbed with oil barrels on it. And then we start getting tankers. I don't know. maybe they'll... I guess it's just because it's beta and these last for quite some time. I think they stopped making them 1920 something. Far well into the future. But yeah. So, I actually have an idea to get this producing. It's going to be expensive, and clearly we don't have the money. And as you know from last episode, that loan was... oh, that loan. 100 grand per month. I mean, granted, it's not as steep as other games, but still, that is eating up our profit. But it was worth it. I mean, I really wish I had fixed this little signal issue first, before I, because I didn't think about it, because, you know, I thought these trains were longer than they were, and this section was shorter than it was, and clearly not the case. But if I had fixed that, trains would, yeah, we'd be making a lot more money, and these passengers wouldn't have to wait as long. But, you know what? They're actually filling up the trains as they get there, so it's not too bad. It kind of cancels it out. Still taking a lot of money, but as you can see, we're almost back in the green everywhere, minus the oil train. There's not much we can do about the oil train because the oil well is being odd for some reason. Usually it should be up by 50 by now. Because even though the capacity will go higher, the production won't until you basically are using that amount, and even when it's at maximum. Yeah. Actually, my mistake. I meant to say the limit goes up with production now, as opposed to how much it can carry. So, yeah. It's half and half, I believe. It's been so long since I've done cargo, I mainly do passenger. But, yeah. Carrying gets one load of oil. Just one barrel. That giant train. By giant, I mean... And you'll see by the cargo map how infrequently... Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to show it right now because it's not produced. But let me see if I can get a better... Ah, here we... Oh, wow. You know what, guys? We should have started here. This would have been a great place. And then we could have transported all the cargo to here. Aw, man. I wish I'd... I wish I'd seen that. But as you can see, this oil well is doing just fine. I mean, look at it. It's nearly producing maximum, and it's not even connected by a true transport system. And as you'll see in a few moments when I speed the game back up, and... Why am I not using my hotkeys? I need to be using my hotkeys. There we go, see? Oil comes out. And it comes out in intervals. Set intervals, but depending on production, depends on how many come out at that time. It seems a little uneven, but whatever. It's oil. And then cargo does the exact same thing. And it's producing 19 as well, because unlike steel mills, this only has one production per type, so yeah. Speaking of which, Onset, or Osset, yeah, they're getting a relatively nice cargo supply. And the industrial district really that convenient? It is. Wow, that is hilarious. So not only are these two really close, the oil well and the refinery, the industrial buildings are as well, so it's just... If this were Roto Tycoon 3 and they had profits, they must be making a killing right about now. But, yeah, there's no way to find that out. And oh! Here we go! First new vehicle. I don't know if you heard that dude who goes like, oh yeah! But, yeah, first autosave and then the Steam Bus. Steam Tram is going to come out a little later than I think I told y'all last time, but, yep, Steam Bus. 6 passengers compared to the 5 in the original. It's faster by 5 miles an hour, which is cool. Running cost is twice as much, but it lasts twice this long in lifespan, and amazingly it's the same weight as the horse tram. Clearly it costs 3 times more, and it actually lasts up until 1910. Stagecoach until 1900. But, oh wait. Yeah, 1900. But it has more power for hills and stuff. And it's not a bad vehicle at all. I tend to skip it though, because 4 strands really have enough for now. I mean, if our situation improves a lot, and I really should be letting the game run while I speak over about this since we're out of money, but I mean, if we have the profit by the time it needs to be added, then yeah, we'll have steam buses. Sadly, none of the steam vehicles for the trams or buses actually produce steam at the moment. I don't know, maybe it's just a thing they have in the system, but only trains do, sadly. But they still look cool. That's all I have to say. They look cool. Much better than the horse trams. My question is, why does the horse tram have 1 horse while the bus has 2? Well, stagecoach. I don't know. I guess that's how they did it most of the time in real life, but I just wish I'd fix these signals. If we had fixed the signals, we'd be making a lot more money. Of course, there's nothing we can do for the tunnel at the moment. Well, let me see. Because I've just realized in like the end of the last video that, hey, you can see inside the tunnels when the track view is open. So I feel kind of silly about that. But signals, nope. Nope, you can't see them. So yeah. But I think in the first video was broken because I don't recall having that open the entire time and I could still see inside this tunnel. But whatever. Let's see. Actually, someone made a comment about how horrible the tunnel design was, and all I had to say was, we were out of money. I mean, to me it doesn't look bad, but to them it's just like, no. So, actually I wonder. Aw, we can't make... Aw, that... Aw. I was hoping we could make like a... whatchamacallit, I'm bad with ideas right now. Like, my train of thought is derailing all over, but... Switches! There we go, like switches and sidings, etc, inside of tunnels, but I guess we can't at the moment. Only parallels when they work. Now, hopefully, we can maybe make another tunnel that'll actually let me do it. And, you know, I can show you how easy it is to really make them double, but the tunnel was being weird. And, unfortunately, bridges seem to have the same problem. I mean, it doesn't happen as often, but it still happens. But, of course, a bridge is easier to make over water unevenly than, say, a tunnel is underground. At least in the game. But it's not too bad. But again, we're just waiting for money. Actually, let's look on it. Speaking of which, the city's growing, which is always a good sign for us. Yeah. Everything but the oil train. You know what? I might actually just pause the oil train until... Well, if I do, production will stop again, so... I'll think of something. And as you can see, we have barely touched this map. I mean... I can zoom out any far... oh, okay, there it goes. If I can zoom out any farther... We have touched about... Oh, the lag. Oh. I mean, we've done nothing as far as the map is concerned. I mean, just look at that. Just look at it. This is what they meant by... Map may seem small, but it's not. It's not. It's just glory. Still that lag when zooming out. Oh well. And the devs gave me a good tip of advice. I mean, basically they said, when running the game, don't look at the sky. Which, I know. I just want to be silly, but seriously, don't look at the sky. It lags the game really bad. And speaking of lag and everything, as far as frame rates per second go, apparently the game can run at 60. The only thing is, well, A, when you look at the sky, it can't, but B, I was trying to record in 60 frames per second earlier, and it hated it. So, yeah, did I put it back down to 30? Let me just verify, actually. Hope I don't mess anything up, but let's see. Yeah, I put it back down to 30. Okay. But, yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'll see if I can get a bit more oomph out of my computer so I can run it at 60, but I don't know. Because really, it just seems to be limited by the processor. I mean, RAM is not even half at the moment. I mean, it is 12 gigs, so about 5.3 right now, but it's the processor that seems to be struggling. I mean, I could overclock it, but since it's sitting inside a desk, that would be a horrible idea. I mean, it's already having cooling issues just sitting in there, and overclocking it would probably melt or damage it. And oh! Here's the second train I was talking about. I guess I can show it off since I can't really buy it. Or I can just load that other save that failed that I was talking about, that I was going to use for the demonstration. And probably not the best for a demonstration, but hey. Yeah, see, here we go. We have the original, the one we're using now. Top speed 25, etc. And oh! You know what? I think... Oh, maybe. Huh. I think they actually upped the power. I'll have to back and check my old note, the older version. But I think they actually upped the power of this by 10. I thought it was 40. But, yeah. And, I don't know, I could be wrong. Yeah, see, it's only like 3 miles per hour faster now that it's in miles per hour. Power, though, is almost twice, since it's at 50 instead of 40. But 90 is actually pretty good in this era. Attractive effort goes up by 5. Running cost goes up by 30, which isn't bad. And lifespan, and I think weight. Oh yeah, it's far heavier. It's about 10 times. Well, it's almost twice as heavy. Yeah. It's not a bad train, it's just not worth it at the moment. I mean, it's only about 40,000 more than the now, but as far as our service line goes, well, it might actually improve it. You know what? If we can afford it by the time, well, before that other one, the one that goes 50, now I'm saying kilometers, but we're in miles per hour now, so I guess it would be like 35 miles an hour, maybe. I'll have to convert it, but yeah, that train is far better than I just showed y'all. But you know what, guys? We're doing it. We're cutting good old oil train 1. I call it oil train 1 because I had planned to have more. Send it to depot. And sadly, whenever you send it to depot, like in other games, it kills the line that it had planned, but there's not much I can really do about that. No, I was hoping I could see, wait. Oh, it's at the refinery. Wow, okay. But, yeah, we should have... If I had noticed that other line earlier, where is it? Yeah, this one, I totally would have built there. But, oh well, too late. At least we can probably salvage our funds now, but... Oh, I'm sorry, I said stop. But yeah. Yeah, there it is. And that's one thing I wish we could do, is teleport between depots once they're in there, but... I don't know. The game's known to be fairly realistic for once, and... Oh, speaking of realistic, one thing that isn't... Stupid flipping of trains. Ever since, really, well, not even Open, the original Transport Tycoon, I've always hated it. Locomotion, it ticked me off. I mean, locomotion, it ticks me off so bad I just make loops so they can't flip. A little bit more expensive, but it works. The only reason why I'm not doing it now is because that's a bit harder to do. Because, you know, in locomotion, it's set curve, but here, you have to curve. And it's a pain, so I'll just let it flip. Ugh. It'd be nice if that were a feature. Like, hey, turn flipping off and make them reverse. Because I don't mind them reversing at all, but, you know. Yeah. Anyway. I guess that's more programming than just telling it to flip all the way around, but if only there were signals in tunnels. Which is another thing. Signals based on length. I mean, I don't mind if they're set to the default lengths of the station, which I think I covered it. It's 160 meters. That's another thing I'm going to have to look into, seeing if we can get meters into miles or feet at least. 240 meters. turn it. There we go. 240. Then finally 320, which is just huge. And as you can see, it takes up a fair amount of this. I think there's only like maybe 10 players I've talked or seen play this game who actually use 320 at the moment. Effectively at that, but I just stick to my 100. That's what I start with, and at least for me, it's sufficient enough. A smaller train. So yeah. How's our profit do? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna next line 4 complete. Save it for a much better line, but as you can see, like I was trying to tell you last time, we're in the green! And I know someone's like, you should care about your profits more. Like, yeah, but I planned for the future, and I was lucky. Because I assure you, I did something similar to this before, and it failed. And I think it was because the game transitioned to, like, people wanting to go slightly faster. Aw, line 1's starting to fall down, but it's probably just because this train. Yeah, it's because of this train. I just hope we can make enough money. Yeah, I'll just let it. I'm making y'all have to sit here. Not much I can do besides restarting to save. Or going far back enough to do it. Have that single. But speaking of which, I was talking to the devs, and unfortunately, and as per usual, the save file will break once the new update's out, so I mean, just expect that on a Sunday when I record. I'll leave my desktop offline, so I can at least like have a review of this save file and then compare the update, and then start Let's Playing on the update. But just expect that quite a bit. I mean, it won't be, say, at a rate of, I don't know, the update of Space Engineers, which is like, even today, since it's Thursday, like every Thursday. No, it won't be that quick. But just keep that in mind when watching mine or anyone else's Let's Play, that the save file's going to break. I mean, of course, once the game's out and any future updates they make, they'll clearly make it save compatible, but for now, they'll break. Which I don't mind, because that means I get to try new maps, and there's no set map general. I mean, if you know the seed, it's set, but if you don't, then it's random, which I like. Granted, map editor would be awesome, but that's probably going to be around the time the game releases, after even. Speaking of that, the mod tools, they said, should be available by the time the game releases, so yeah. But there were a few people who are modding, even now, so I'm going to talk to them and see if they can give me some tips, and who knows, you might see a few beta mods in these, because this is one dude who modded it within like the first 3 versions of the beta, and I'll see if I can ask him if I can borrow his vehicle, the one he modded, like show it to you guys instead of just like a still picture like the one he has. But yeah, see, we're making money. It's just it's kind of stalemating right now. Yeah. I could kill a train. And by kill, I mean just store it in the depot, like I usually do. You know what? Might have to. Who's gonna be our unlucky customer? This one! So as soon as it unloads, it's going right to the depot. We might have 1 too many. To be honest, we have like 3 too many, but we need the frequency high for this anyway. So yeah. Look, oh, you know what? They come at such an odd rate. Nope, we have that one. So yeah, never mind. I'll just send this one to go. Speaking of which, let me pull my keyboard out. Don't pause it yet, but unpause. There we go. Be cool if you could say send to depot after unloading, but nope, can't do it. Whoa, did it just flip? Oh, okay. Wait, what? No, I don't want to go to that depot. Go to the one behind. Oh, wait, you can't. There isn't one. I totally forgot about that. See? I'm doing it again, guys. I forget that I do things, and I forget that I didn't do. If I didn't, I mean I couldn't. Oh, that's gonna... I could have carried passengers again. Dang it. Why'd someone... Oh well. I'll just wait for it to go all the way up here. But yeah, it should be... I need a second signal. Because I know my future trains will take up this space eventually, but for now they don't. And also, if y'all are wondering, like, hey, why do you want to delete this one? Won't they be blocked? No. Because it's a path signal. Once this section, like, right here, clear. And not even there, it's actually, like, as soon as... Oh, great. But you see, like, this part where the switch isn't touching? Like, right about these wheels? Yeah. Once that is clear, this signal will open. Speaking of open, there's no animation for it. Always stuck in one now. I mean, clearly they'll probably add one, but not at the moment. Someone mentioned something about interiors, but look closely. Sky again. Really isn't one. As far as I can tell, it's just a texture. A very good texture at that, but just a texture. Yeah, do y'all see that little white thing right there? I don't know. Like, I don't know. A little pet peeve of mine, but still. Back to fast forwarding the game. Now that I think about it, my bitrate probably isn't that high enough for y'all to notice. I point him out quick. I'm sorry. But, oh, and another thing. See how these lines are on one side of the station? Until they fix it where they can pick any side, that line will always go to that part of the station. So if you have overlapping lines, they will wait until that part of the station is clear and then go in. And that's what I was trying to talk about earlier. Why this isn't a dual track station when I built it. Because at the moment it's not effective and it would have cost more. So yeah. And the entire dual line thing, well, that's why I didn't do it, just to clarify. But I can show you that other save and why it died. It wasn't that it couldn't transport stuff, it was the fact that that overlap issue caused it to stop all movement. Because of the way the switches were made. And another thing about switches, you can't have them cross each other. They have to be one switch here, and another switch here, at the moment at least. I mean, they might do X crossovers where you can have two switches over each other, but until then, not yet. Oh, also, you can't have tracks, like, run across each other and say a crossover yet, either. They have to build a bridge at the moment. It's not too bad. I mean, in other games, that's how I usually do. But, yeah, just keep that in mind. Hopefully I can show that to you. You know what, guys? I might have to actually start a new save file. Ah! There goes a profitable year, but I think that loan's really killing all hope now. Because, see, it almost did it. But, just, yeah. I might have to send one more train. That helps. Working. Was working. Yeah, I think I'll send one more train. You shall be in luck. I had to drop the line and... Oh, yeah, they're making money now. Yeah, I'll send one more. Oh. Well, I don't know. Did it? Because I remember there was an issue in the early ones where, like, passengers just randomly disappear. Same with cargo for time, but I think they fixed it. But I think there was one point where I actually noticed it back. I don't know. I have to go test it, but just a heads up. So if y'all ever see, like, passengers randomly disappear, you know why and time. Yeah, I hit the pause key, but I don't hit the key to change the time. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Go. Pause. Speed up the game. Hotkeys. Oh. So, if y'all guys if any of you guys have questions, this color on my monitor I should adjust it, but I don't want to. I have. Actually, speaking of which, it's not really a monitor. It's actually a TV, and I have things like my PS2 and everything hooked up to it. Now, actually, speaking of which, I have all my old game consoles hooked up to it. My 64, my Xbox, and my PS2. And this is the color setting I use for those, along with actually watching TV. But, fortunately, it makes this kind of hard to see the red numbers top left. I mean, it's perfectly fine down here, but up there, that blue, hard to see it with color setting. Because on my other computer that I play it on, I can see it just fine, but on this one, not good with it. And oh, wait a minute. No, I didn't want to see. Yeah, there we go, guys. Look at that. That is... I think we're back in this. Still gotta wait, but... Yeah. Yeah, I told you this would work over time. It only took... maybe 3 or 4. Oh, in real life, we shut down by now. That's another thing. No matter how far dead, at least at the moment, go, can't get shut down, so... At least in the beta, you can run in the red as long as you like, with unbreakable vehicles. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I might actually have to separate the trams and bus stations, because... at least into 2 little areas. So trams go to one, buses go to the other, because it's starting to clog up a bit. Granted, there was a time I had like 300 trams on one lot. That was horrible. But, I made it work. Oh, I wish I could show that one too. Unfortunately, can't do save file break. That, and speaking of save files, they are huge at the moment. I mean, you know how most save files are maybe a few megabytes? These are huge. They're running about 1 to 200 megabytes each. I mean, I got tons of space, but still, that... I hope they optimize that soon. I'll be running out of space of it. All these saved up saves. Granted, there was one game. What was it? I think it was... Industry Giant 2. Yeah, that was it. Those save files. I mean, when you start the game, they're perfectly normal, but once you get like the 1980s or 2000s, and you're like saving free, those save files get huge. They get almost as big as these. Those were poorly optimized. But I mean, back in the day, no one played from the start of the game all the way to continuous. With like maps full of... So, yeah. I guess there's that, but... Oh yeah, I made a pact with myself to basically one game every time I do an episode. Yeah. And of course it's a related game. Well, ish. It was based around building giant industrial chains, which that's one thing that's kind of lacking in this game at the moment. They only one type of good, maybe 5 types of resources at the moment. That other game had a lot. Not as many as Capitalism 2. All industry based, but yeah. I am coming up with a lot of games. But they were so much fun. I mean, that's the reason why people still play Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Even the OpenTT. Technically, they're the same. OpenTT, just a enhanced version / remake of the Tycoon. That's why people still play those and alternate version to this day. So, yeah, I really hope Train Fever becomes the next Transport Tycoon Deluxe of the era. But only time will tell. And at the moment, it's doing a really good job. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you disappointed if they just say, "Hey, release the game as is," you know, with some other feature. But to be honest, it is perfectly playable. And speaking of perfectly playable, a lot of people I've noticed were complaining about the fact that y'all pay for the game and don't get access. To be honest, I think there's a reason why the devs have done that as it is for now. I don't know if they'll change it, I doubt it. But, I don't know, kinda hoping they will. But, mainly, there's reasons why they did that, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of talking to the devs, I talk to them at least like once a day, and they're really friendly. They'll tell me lots of stuff, really, and I'll talk to them a bit more and see if I can get some of your other questions. But yeah, they're pretty fun to talk to, really. And yeah, we're almost in green, guys. You know what that means? I think you know what that means. I think we're succeeding for one. Nah. But no, that means we can put that stupid signal down and probably make even more money. 5, 4, 3. Okay, I'm probably counting way too. Who cares? We're almost there. Speaking of which, if you hear me go silent for like a few minutes at a time, like every 10 minutes or so, playing a second game while I wait, I'm sorry, guys. But it's fun. If any of y'all have heard about Fantastica, I might even put a link to money! Hold on, sorry. I gotta stop and put this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting way too excited, but definitely saving now. I don't know if that space is off, but who cares? That'll help. Put a giant temp save right now. Okay, I think we're... You know what? Once we get a bit more, we're totally upgrading all our vehicles. Probably a bad idea due to running costs, but who cares? We're just gonna do it for fun. I mean, I won't be able to play the game anyway until Sunday, so that's the time I'll be reviewing the old save, hopefully, if I remember. Disconnect internet on it. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, I want to watch something. There goes my ability to review the save file. But yeah, speaking of which, that is new. And that's another thing. Buildings will change over time, obviously. But they kind of jump right into that modern-ish look. And that's another thing. Roads will too. Just be like this, and then boom, paved. Some won't, but most of them. It's not bad. It's just kind of cool if it transitions better. I mean, one thing that transitions well is the ability to build electrification on tracks without actually having electric trains. Like a couple of years in advance, like real life, but it does. Unlike real life, it builds. Yeah, and oh, that is just. Oh, we can increase capacity by a lot. I mean, we have to take this giant one section into consideration, but considering these, yeah, we could quadruple. Oh, this is big and oh, I just lost. Yeah, that's one thing I hate. Like, you're about to do something like, oops, there goes all the money due to running costs, but yeah, we can start paying back that loan now. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we are in the green, guys. This is so much fun. Meanwhile, I'm actually doing pretty fast. Oh well. I mean, I've only been playing every day since I started, and I still... Oh man. Billboard. Oh snap. I kinda wanna add these allies. Oh well. I can deal with that another. Trying to do it. They're gonna hate me, but Brain Fever is fun. Ooh. I almost forgot about that. This was added like maybe a week ago. This passenger. All I can say about it is it's not really. You only get 2 more passengers. I mean, sure, the top speed faster, but at the moment, the top speed of these is half as much. And running cost higher. That and they're heavier, and they're more expensive. I usually wait until that third train. You know that oil train that's like in the title screen? I wait until that green. Did I call it orange? I'm just talking, guys. I'm just talking. But no, that green train with like the oil. Oh no, I said oil. Never mind. But that oil train in like the beginning. You know what I mean. That. There we go. That. When that engine comes out, that's when I start using them. Just keep that in mind. And actually, there'll be like 4 passenger cars within the next 40 years that are almost all the same, minus like length and look. Exception for one, which actually holds quite a few more. But I'll be using those for my express trains, which I'll always have a specific engine or line set to express, which we upgrade this to diesel, and I'm sorry, we're gonna have to all this. Yeah, I told you I probably should have done it in the past when I could, and that it would bite me in the future. Screw it. Yeah. Also, speaking of that, if any of y'all are offended by say words like stuff like that, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to like just go out and say actual curse words, but just keep that in mind. Sorry if I offend anyone. Not trying to. But yeah, I mean, oh, that's not good. Back in the red. Are we? Yeah, we're technically in the red even with the profits. Yep, see, we're in the probably because we need to upgrade our vehicles. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of money. Yeah, we just paid off part of the loan, but still, didn't pay off enough. That tunnel. Oh, man. Oh, well. Maybe it wasn't a good idea putting those things. I don't know. You know what? I want to test something. I want to test something. Can we? I was going to show you all that. I think it's... Oh, well. Oh, and also, look! Oh, never mind. I lied. There's just... What am I saying? Can I... I could if we had money. You know what? I'm going to do it. No, I can't because that train's... Dang it. But, once these trains move and this area is clear and there's one, like, sitting here, there's one coming this way, I'm gonna have this signal removed, and... Well, no, I'm sorry, it would have to be sitting. I'll remove this signal, and I'll show you the path signal. They work. Oh! You know what? Is there a train coming? There is. I'll do it now. I'll just save in case it does fail. That's the thing, it's like, I'll say it works, and then it'll work for me, but then when I show you guys, it'll fail miserably. And hey, that rhymed. But, yeah, let me just take out that loan again. Woo! Enough money to delete. That's sad. Oh, that's sad. But let's see if I can get it to do it before this train moves. You know what? No, I'll stop it. No, probably a bad idea. I'll stop it, because, like, the other one's gonna take a while anyway. Come on, come on, come on. Do it. The other one. I have to start it up again just to save money. No, it looks like it'll make it there. And see? Oh, look. Let me just pause. And as you can see, this is the signal setup. And we don't need to count that signal right here in front of this one. Basically, here's the signals I have right now. This one going this way. This one going... Let's see what happens. I hope it doesn't prove me liar, because that would be fun if it did. But, yeah. Sorry if the microphone cuts out, because I'm not really paying attention to what it's showing. Yes, I'm just talking. Oh, and here we go, guys. Will it work? Will it... Oh! Boom. There we go. There we go. Path signal. No need for a signal right here. It just goes right on through. And luckily, there's like a fake signal that's right about here on stations where if train's coming out, it'll automatically just stop if there's a train right here. Unless there's a clear path, which... But, clearly. But, yeah. I mean, now it counts this whole area as being blocked, but, still. Yeah, well, this train's about to move anyway, so let's start it back up. So, yeah. There we go, guys. Now we don't have to worry about that signal getting blocked anymore. Whew! That calls for another save. And look, we have money again. Barely. We have money again. Why aren't you moving? Oh. Oh! Oh! Here we go, guys. Here goes that collision that doesn't exist right here. Here we go. I was wondering why it wasn't moving in this... Oh, wonderful. Just wonderful. Yeah, we're going to need to do... But I guess it was just because, yeah. I guess it had a priority because it was coming out the station, but that is hilarious. Oh, I'm definitely that in the future. But yeah, that was good. Oh man. Let's see how our lines are doing. Yep, they're still making money. Slowly but surely. If it weren't for that loan, we'd probably have a lot more in the bank by now. Sadly, that loan. Speaking of which, yeah, big interest is 100K out of 10 million. I'm sorry if I'm having like a bad math moment, but I think it's like 9.5% something. I don't know. You guys know math. But let me just see if I can actually get value for that. Yes, I have a calculator. I know. I'm just now. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess it actually has interest now that I think about it. Because it's over 12 months per year. So... Oh, no, it is 100K per year. I'm sorry, I'm thinking this of the charts. And no, it's not a chart. That's something I meant to correct in like a couple of videos ago. It's actually a table. I can't believe I forgot that's what it's called, but it's actually a table. The table goes in years, I'm sorry. So yeah, it is 100,000. And I cleared the calculator. Wow. Ugh. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm failing with this calculator right now, and I don't know why, but... Oh, this is... Oh, well. Let's just say the interest isn't very high. Because in Cities in Motion, if you take out too many loans, or you take out a big one, that interest is insane. And granted, that game goes in days and hours. Hours and days if you want to put them in. Still. That interest. Okay. And in Locomotion, it's actually not that bad. Unfortunately, in late game, money is almost worth quite how much you have. Cause that game I had like dollars. I think the microphone. But yeah, that game. Not only did you have to do loans at $1,000 intervals. But also, you had to wait until that loan was big enough that you could actually use it in the game. I mean, granted, I never had to use it in the game, only the game, and for the longest of times, I actually made really successful games without even needing a starting loan. I just took the money I already had and made it work. Yeah. Granted, I did have the biggest starting set of money, but still, I didn't need to actually take addition to it. Unlike this game, in which, yeah, the way I build in this game, yeah, I need that loan. But yeah, once they do signals and tunnels, I'll be the happiest man on earth, because I would probably hold a couple, probably hold like 50 trains on it. Yeah, and as you can tell, even though the map is huge, in real life, this is a line. I mean, once we get into the 1900, I could replace, say, how many are right now? These 5 trains with maybe 2. They'll be going almost maximum they can go. And yeah, it'll be wonderful. I'm sorry, not 1900, 1920. That's when that first. I hope they add a lot more Steam era like we're using now that go faster. Quite frankly. But yeah. I mean, even if they don't, American Mod Pack, which I'm making, which once again, you can sign up for that. Doesn't matter what experience you have, as long as you can actually do something and make it work. You're hired. By hired, I mean you don't get paid. You get the idea. Oh boy. But yeah, once we get to 1912, all our speed issues will be solved, and Unfortunately, I think that oil well has downgraded by now. I haven't looked at it, but it's probably downgraded. But I mean, you know what, guys? Now we don't have enough, but once we get to, say, $1 million, we're totally building that other oil line. So yeah, keep that in mind. And yeah, I downgrade. I wish I could show you the up and downgrade notice, but sadly I couldn't. And speaking of which, let me look at that. Up here. I want to see if they upgraded. Probably not. Their cargo always... Oh! Wow! Wow. They're almost at maximum production just sitting here doing it themselves. We're definitely tapping into that. Money's going crazy because it just changed the... Yeah. I don't know. Should we pay our loan a bit more first to get that interest rate down? Should we just start spending? You know what? Yeah. I know it means we'll have to wait a little longer, but hey, better to have 100k extra per year than not. And oh, I think I actually started once talking about that early betas. That was really, but I think I stopped because I got distracted by. Basically, it was a loan, but you could have it negative. That way, it didn't count for interest. I mean, it still took your money, but that way you could effectively save up $20 million and not have to pay for 10. It was really useful. I'm kind of sad they got rid of it, but hey, who knows? Maybe you can actually have a savings. That would be game breaking, yeah, depending on the interest rate, but that you'd get back. But that'd be really useful if you ask me. Oh, also, someone mentioned something about XP. Up here next to the next to what money we would have, yeah, if I just click this, it's based on so far achieved. What I heard from the devs, I think it's going towards like the characters you have that give you bonuses and stuff and all that, and you can improve that with the experience. But for now, it's just actually, let me show you the achievements. First bus stop, and now one thing I've noticed that they haven't really gotten around to is like notifications things. I mean, outside of save and new vehicles, there really aren't any. I mean, when I built the first bus stop and first line and everything, it gave me a visual notification and when first cargo arrived and stuff. But as soon as that achievement came up, I haven't seen it since, and that was like the first or second day of the beta. So yeah, everything up until 10 million, just within like a few versions of the beta. So I wish I could show those to you, but I can't. Now 100 million I almost had, but unfortunately it was like the year 2050, and then something happened because it was a previous version of save, and even though I was making money, those running costs were killing it. So, you know, I think it was because it was the 1 day, 1 second thing. To be honest, when they upped that to 1 day equals 2 seconds, that really changed a lot. I mean, if I can change it back, I'll show you how much of an improvement that is. It was insane. But the fact that I had almost $100 million during that, I really wish I could have done that. But yeah. I mean, granted, there are people who already had the 1 billion, and I think it's 10 people out of us. But yeah, they had that achievement. And I say props to you. Props to you. Hey! You actually have a substantial amount saved. And I stand corrected. There it goes. There it all goes. But yeah, we're finally getting to that. I mean, sure, this isn't a lot compared to other games, but in this game, yeah, it's a fair amount. I mean, once you really make money in this game, it becomes utterly broken, but at least at the moment, you know, betas. Oh, I left the cargo map up. Sorry. Yeah. Once again, this episode is gonna be long. I'm gonna try to make it as long as I possibly can, but speaking of which, I should say it. Yeah. You know, I was gonna be really ticked if I saw a preview stream instead of like stop recording over the video, because I can't see the actual image that is showing. The fact I turned it off to power, but yeah, it's recording, you guys. I was gonna be really ticked if it say something that y'all wouldn't have heard anyway, but I would have. Oh boy. But yeah, this is fun. And there goes those bridges again. The ones that are basically already sub water. Who thought... Well, I know the map generator thought it was a good idea, but no one in real life would ever think it was a good idea. Having your city this on the water. I mean, if you ever have a flood, this entire area is just gone. And that's something I kind of wish they'd add. I doubt they're going to add, like, natural disasters like that to that extent, but I think in any game like this, that would be kind of cool. And I remember this real-life story, because it's a story to me because I wasn't alive back in, like, 1950, whatever it was. But over here, and by over here, I don't even mean... it was in California. But I think there was this flood. If you guys know about it, yeah. It was this flood, and basically it flooded this area of California where these train lines had to go through, and they had to share it. But I wish something cool like that could happen in this game. I doubt it, but, you know. I guess that's kind of the stuff for SimCity and all those kind of games. Since they're do. You know. It works in those games a lot better. I mean, it's actually fun in those to have disasters come up and be like, oh no, something happened. Even though it's funner to actually cause them yourself. I mean, who doesn't like a couple hundred tornadoes hitting at once? I mean, I know the game doesn't. Actually crashed on me. I had like pressed, and this was SimCity 3000, by the way, that I'm talking about. But I had like 100 tornadoes on the map, and it just died. I mean, both the city and the game, but it was hilarious. But yeah, stuff like that I wish would happen. I mean, nothing insanely out of, say, you. I mean, that'd just be overkill. Say, I don't know, an occasional fire twist. You know, fire? Nah, that would be horrible. These cities would be gone. Yeah, the cities would be dead. But no, I just mean like something that either damages down trains or something, you know. Kind of like what they did in Railroad Pioneer. There goes that game again. But actually, that was really well used. Even though that was broken itself, but it worked to a point where it was actually it was something you had to think about, really. I wonder. Well, no, it doesn't look like it's going to clear it by the time this train gets out, but there goes the autosaves again. But yeah, it's going to leave. Aww. I want to see if it would collide into it. Oh well. You know what? No, it's too late. Oh well. There goes that idea. But seriously, we need another depot down here now, think about it. I could do a Y switch right about over here. This is a hill, and I don't feel like digging into it. That and it kind of looks cool if you ask me. But, I don't know. Let's see, how much more of a loan can we take out since we paid part of it back? $500,000! That's actually not bad. You know what? With the rate of money we're making, even though it disappears almost to make it, if I pause the game, once we have enough, we might actually be able to tap into that oil well over here. Where is it? Yeah, over here. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna do it. We have almost $500,000. Well, a quarter. No, not even a quarter. Just 0.4. Yeah, there we go. 0.4 million already. So yeah, we're. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Well, those are close too, but where the heck is that? No, over here. There we go. Yeah, see, I kind of wish the mini-map was working, but they haven't done it yet, so oh well. But, where are you? Oh! Yeah, don't be surprised if I get disoriented by me actually moving the map around. Where's my cargo map? And that's one good way, and you know what? There is an industry map, but I wasn't paying attention to names. Whoa. Where are you people? Sawmill. Where are you? You are. Oh, you're way over there. Never mind. I kind of like keeping my lines close. Because when I improve them, I can just improve them all as opposed to going to each individual one. So there's this one dude who has all of his connected, so it doesn't matter to him. But we're not him, are we? No. I totally clicked the wrong button when I want to click another one. Cargo! There we go. And you're... Oh! Wow. That's interesting. So we have another self-producing industry. it is at maximum. Okay. Well, sadly, there's no flatbed cars for like logs. You only get box cars. Like, where's the nearest depot? Here we go. You only get like box cars, like this one to carry them. Kind of disappointing, but then again, they do have the advantage of carrying a lot of stuff. I know, and I haven't gotten to that point in this beta yet, because I'm playing around on this save file. But I know at one point, and that's another thing. Instead of starting off in the exact same year, I mean, unless they add something new, I'll be starting off in the closest year set that I can to the one that we left off. Which is why I'm going to try to get this to 1912 before it ends today. Well, not today, but you get what I'm saying since I can't record. And also, we just passed the 1 hour mark, so yippee! Game hasn't crashed yet. I bet you as soon as I say that, it's going to die. And you know what I just noticed? I didn't check, the in-game music volume, which is going to suck if it's too loud right now. Maybe I should just start yelling. No, that would really mess up everything. I just hope you guys can hear me. You know what, guys? I have a better idea. I'm going to pause the recording for like a few minutes. Nah, if I do that, well... Nah, I won't. I'll just deal with it later. Post. I might actually edit this time, guys. Hooray! If I do. But okay. Yeah, let's just continue. What was it? What was I doing? I already forgot. Oh, where's that oil well? Do I really want to do oil, or do I want to do those... I don't know, guys. I don't know. Ah! Wow, they're north of both of these towns, actually. That is really cool. Because then we could have a bajillion goods going between these two towns and these down here once we have them hooked up right. But which one's closer? You guys have to go from here to here. You guys have to go from here to here. Maybe flatlands. Almost flatlands with some rivers. Actually, we do have this ability, don't we? Showed it off in the first episode, never used it again. Contour lines! Oh yeah, that's a hit. Oh, wait. No, they're almost even now that I think about it. Alright. This one's a steep hill, and this one isn't. Oh, snap. This is a plateau, actually. Well, not a plateau, and like a flat, and then nothing on the sides, and a drop on each one. But this is high up. I'm sorry. No, we're gonna connect that with that road. We could build tracks, but it'd just be so slow that it's not worth it. We're definitely going with this longer river. Oh yeah, it's a longer river. Can you guys see those contour lines right here? I mean, there's a slight one, which always messes everything up. I hope they make those darker. Hard to see close up. Then, I'm like building double stations with like one next to each other. I'm like, hey, this is going to be perfectly flat. And I look on the side, and then they're like 5 or 10 feet above or below each other. Right next to it, and I'm like, double entrances, automatic, please. And by automatic, I mean like an option. I don't want to force that on people, but I just hope they... See? The default is passenger. That's probably why I messed up last time. Stations are going to be expensive. But, yeah, these stations. Oh, for a moment, you know what? Hold on. 3, 7. Okay, they cost exactly the same. Never mind. I was about to say, if cargo stations cost more, I'm definitely going to edit the files for that. But, yeah. And you know what? Yeah, we'll extend this road. It's going to break this entire chain temporarily. We're going to extend the road a bit. And once you build a road that has cargo on it, all cargo on it disappears. And any vehicles get moved X amount backwards. So just keep that in mind when you're building and there's something there. It's going to mess it up. But we're going to extend this road right to here. And see, boom. There it all goes. You know what? Now that I think about it, any cargo going there... Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm sorry. All cargo going down that road and going towards it just dies. I mean, don't worry. It doesn't affect the industry. It just means if you were doing something with it, yeah, it just... But yeah, let's build that station now. Should be far enough away that it... Yeah. See? That's how you can tell if it's steep or not. You just get these giant drops in building cost. Of course, the cheaper it is, the smoother it is. So, yeah, that saved us a lot of money, actually. You know what? I still see that line, so we're going to move it down even further. And that'll actually put it slightly closer towards, it'll curve it so our station can start a bit optimal in it. But yeah, well, price went back up. Ah, whatever. But yeah. Oh, these rivers. That might be a problem. Oh, can't we? Yeah! You can span them without any... Well, oh, snap. Oil wells right. You know what, guys? We should have just built a road and used trucks. That's another thing I haven't shown yet. Trucks. And by trucks, I mean horse-drawn wagons again, because obviously we can't, you know, have automobiles yet. But, is there a steam truck? You know what, guys? I don't think there's a steam truck, now that I think about it. At least, not yet. If they don't add one before the game comes out, I'll totally add one for you guys. But, yeah. We're gonna need some steam trucks. I want to see that in the future. Yeah, let's see if we can connect this in one fell swoop. No, we can't. Because it ran into... What did it run into? What on earth did it run into? Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, it's the road. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Yay. Now we just need money. And we'll take out that maximum loan again. Ah, well, there goes our plan to actually have lower interest this year. But, oh well. Who knows, maybe we'll make it all back up with this. Boom! Maximum speed. That is going to be helpful in the future. And let me... Oh, also, if any of y'all are wondering, and I think I already said this, but it might have been that failed recording now that I think about it. Y'all are wondering why I leave the save/menu window open. Not because it's just easy access to the save button. Really because, in case they decide to copyright the music, all the information for like the music and who made it, etc., is right there scrolling back and forth. And to be honest, I think they did a really good job with the music. I hope, again, isn't too loud. Because it's a pain trying to get that thing right. But, it goes on both sides. I don't plan making this a double line at all. And the fact that it's just so close. One train should be more than enough. And, yeah. And again, it'll send cargo to this depot if it feels that the train won't get there in time. Just to have, you know, something in the industry so it doesn't shut down. But just keep that in mind if you ever see that. Now, unfortunately... Oh, wait! What am I doing? We still have that other oil train, don't we? I hope we do, because we can sell that off, and... I'll get this line working eventually, it's just... I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah, sell! That might... I mean, the value went down since we A, used it, and B, it's been out for... Yeah. And... I'll show it in a second, but... no, I don't want to start. Yeah, you shall be the new line 4. Okay. And that's the cool thing about these lines compared to other games. They automatically set themselves to add stations. You don't have to find a button for it. That was one thing in City 1 and 2, and pretty much any other game with lines that I kind of thought was annoying when you started a new one. You had to actually press a button to do it. Nope, they thought that one out. Props to... Oh! We totally have this, don't we? It'll come in handy for this rail train, so I'll just... Yeah, we don't have any more. But for now, that should do. Set line 4. I hope y'all guys can't hear that, because this is the office. There's a... I might actually show it to you guys, like a link or something. But, I don't even know if caps really count. And that's one thing about the save box I don't like at the moment. You can't use the arrow keys to get back, and you can't even see the saves. You have to remember to name them if you want to save over. I mean, sure, there's the auto-save, but times when that doesn't, you have to go back to an even older save to get it. But I hope that's a future they add. A feature. I hope. Oh, wow, that was fast. Oil's already there. Ah, snap! Go back! No! No, go back to the station. Stop. Stop. I'm definitely putting this one on full. I don't care if it soaks up money again. This Might have enough oil for it. Probably still going to the wrong one. What station are you? Yeah, no. Cool. That's going to the right one. It'd be really nice if you could have like a little button to, and they were talking about that in the group. Now I think about it for the beta. If you could have a button just say go to the next station manually, but not yet. And yeah, here's the window I was talking about. You can see how much the train is currently worth and how much it used to be worth. That's really cool now I think about it. 99% value already. So it's already dropped. I think that's a bit too quick, but then again, the game goes months as opposed to days and hours. And running costs per year. And how much... Oh, really? It'll actually show you how much it went up. That is really cool. Top speed, of course, weight, and power. Yeah. Now, I'm fairly sure there's an actual equation you can do to determine if your train has enough power to carry a train that heavy up certain steeps. And oh, yeah, this would be a good time for me to make a statement to the devs. If you guys can add like a height and length indicator when building tracks, and even afterward, and also a speed indicator that you can see after you build tracks, that would be very helpful. I mean, right now, it's not really, you know, an issue or anything. I just think that would be really helpful in, like, making lines and stuff. Because, unrealistically, these trains will still go up a hill, even if they can't, like, really carry it in real life up a hill. Because, you know, trains in real life actually do sometimes try to go up a hill or something not powerful enough, and they either get stuck or they start sliding back down. But, it'd be... In this game, they go, like, at, I think, 5 kilometers an hour up. Just to let them do it, you know. Actually, now I think about it, in locomotion, and I'm going to that game specifically, because that's the game I can think of that actually had that real-life problem in it. If your train's too heavy to go up a hill, mainly with the narrow-gauge trains, and that's another thing I hope they add, narrow-gauge trains, because they're awesome. But, basically, if you were trying to go up a hill with a narrow-gauge train, and it didn't have, like, rack and pinion tracks, you know, that little special geared track in the middle to help it climb up the steep slope. If you were trying to do that, the game would say, hey, this train can't go up this hill. So, I kind of hope they actually do that eventually. You know, add a bit more realism back into the game since they made this. It doesn't look weird, but there's... Yeah, see, it doesn't look weird, and there's the contour lines again. I need to turn it off when I'm not... But, yeah, see, like, this intersection would have been totally fine. But I remember one day, when I was building tracks, I built an intersection in a city, which was, like, really small, like, about this wide. And it was so broken that even though it visually looked fine when you got up close, it was, like, 2 feet down, and it didn't even try to curve the road, but it literally just broke. It was like 2 shelves that were down from me. That's how broken it was. I'm definitely putting a picture. That's how far they broke it to get it to work. You know, to get it to work for like people who, you know, didn't have the patience or really the know-how on how to get around that. But I just think it's fun. I just think. But yeah. See, we have a lot more oil now. You know what? Just to save time and actually make money off it, we're just gonna have it go back and forth now. It'll produce enough oil. I wonder. Yeah, look, here we go, guys. Here we go. The upgrade scheduled in 7 months. It won't tell you how much it'll upgrade. I think right now it's set because I think the next upgrade is going to be 50, and then 100, then 320 if I remember right. It'll upgrade by steps as opposed to like dynamically towards the load, and you know. But it's, yeah, it'll tell you. I've never seen one downgrade because I've never stopped like all lines to a thing to an industry before. I mean, who would do that? I mean, unless it said it's going to shut down, which at the moment they don't seem to start up or shut down time anyway. But and by start up and shut down, I mean like just disappear off the map and can never use it again. And that's another thing. If they do at that, I kind of hope they'll leave the original building there and have it all abandoned looking. That'd be cool. Most games just entire thing. But I hope when it does stuff like that, you know, then it'll just say like clothing or thing, depending on. And that's another thing. If it does shut down and leave the building, I hope it's able to be reopened if, you know, certain conditions are. That would be really cool. But again, I could wait for like after things like that. That's not a problem to me. You guys, it might be, I don't know. Depends on how you play this kind of game. And if any of you people are like watching this for the first time, like I have no clue what this kind of game is, I'll gladly explain it to you when I get the chance. When I make this story video. Oh yeah, there goes that little river into the river thing. I mean, just look at that. Oh. I mean, I don't mind it. It's just hilarious seeing like little details like that. I mean, from out here, it's perfectly fine, but get close. But I don't mind things like that. And again, it's a beta, so I'm not even supposed to care about things like that anyway. But as long as the game works, and it works the way it's advertised to work, it gets a fair rating by me. And now let me just connect these two roads because I can't. Oh, we are out of money again. Ah, yeah, that's just probably the residual effect of basically starting this line up again. But hey, here comes the oil. And I wonder, how much oil was that? Let me count. Let's see. Oh, and that's another thing. Oil, even when you drop it off to connection stations, no matter what you do, will always travel from that station it was dropped off to the point it has to go. So it won't teleport. It will literally travel itself. So keep that in mind as well. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, there's all 8 of the oil it carried. It's on its little way back, and I guess we can mod. What are our passenger lines visually? Here we go, oil. We have 6. Yeah, this was a good idea now I think about it. How much money did it make? Oh. Yeah, it's a little under the expected amounts, but these two will catch up. Especially when it upgrades. I think capacity on this is 30 anyway. And if we can get it making more than 30 per month for the oil well and filling it full. Oh, 20, I'm sorry, yeah. It's upgrading and it's not even carrying that much. That is really cool. Okay, maybe I was wrong about the equation. Whatever you calculate that. Meanwhile, our passenger lines are actually kind of empty. Wonder why that is. Horse-drawn tramps. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm not going to put the trams down. I'm not going to put the trams down. I've seen worse. Cities in motion. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Yeah, at this point, it's just going to be a do or don't as far as money goes. How much are these trains worth? Probably, like, nothing. 39%. Oh, that is horrible. And that's another thing at the moment they haven't implemented either. Like the cost of buying up or down depending on. I mean, in a perfect world, over time when production methods get better, the cost of a vehicle should go down. But in real life, it actually seems to go up over time. Same for running costs. It should go down since, you know, be able to make it more efficient over time. And that's a cool thing they should add now I think about it. Upgrading vehicles to be efficient. But you know, another feature I don't mind because a lot of games don't anyway. But, oh yeah! And running costs. They go up. As you can see, this is what running costs used to be. And there it is, yeah. Here we go. This view, I'm going to be using that a lot. You know what would really be cool? Applying this to a line. And having like a master over how that line has improved. Yeah, that's going to be... That ain't just a simple graph of showing profit for clients. But, uh-oh. Okay, it was just... Uh-oh. That's really bad now to think about it. 1870. Oh, and we're on slow speed anyway. I'm sorry. I better speed this thing up. Already an hour and 20 in. Yeah, I'm going to speed it up. But that's bad now I think about it. That is really bad, because passengers are going to start wanting to get there faster. Granted, cars aren't out yet, and again, I want to see some horses, people. Horses and bikes coming down these roads. Just saying. Because, Come on, guys. We all... Oh! Wow. There goes the city growing again, but... Dang, it planned that one out really well. I didn't even... Even I didn't imagine that happening. It built a road all the way through here. I don't... For this one house. It's for this one house. Wow. Oh, I think... Actually, let's check land value while we're at it. There we go, land value. We have any... Wow, we do. Formidable. Oh yeah, that's... No, it's excellent! Yeah, see, that's what I meant. It'll just give you a new word time, but... Oh, it dropped. But, where did it go up? I'm confused. I'm confused. Oh boy, I play... No, formidable's been... I'm sorry. Yeah, it doesn't say right there. Yeah, basically you get the idea. Everything's going good over here. Need more money. How many... Wow. These guys are gonna be... We just gotta get our trains even faster. Oh, that's what I... Aw. No, it would have been too expensive. Not worth it at the time. Should have upgraded all the passenger trains. Again, it's not worth it at the moment. I'm gonna wait for that other green. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that better green. Assuming I have the money at the time. But yeah, once we get... I mean, cargo will still go all by itself, as you see. Yeah, we're good. I mean, I'm not... It's so close to the city, I'm not even gonna bother with a cargo train. We're just gonna use trucks. So as soon as we have the money, guys, finally gonna use... Granted, there'll be horses, but we're gonna use them. So... Hopefully we have money by then. Hopefully we get to 1900 by the end of the save, so... When the next one comes out... Oh, and if we get to like 2050 or something, I'm gonna consider the save a success. And by that I mean like an update. Because Oh! No, that's gonna be a problem. And I'm gonna ask the devs if they can add another starting year, aka the year 2000. Because, yeah, the latest starting year at the moment is only 1950, so we would always have to start in 1950 if we get all the way back up to 2050. So yeah, basically once we hit 2000, I guess we can call it quit. I'd rather have 2050. Even though there's no future vehicles at the moment, I mean, we barely even got the era vehicles. But oh, that's another thing I'll be doing. I'll be doing like future vehicles. I mean, a lot of them will just be like remakes from transport games that had future, like that green engine from Industry Giant 2. Of course, we'll have to change it so because of copyright and stuff. And that nice silver one, and that yellow diesel from what's it called? Railroad Tycoon 3. We're definitely adding those. Those were awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want a train that goes 300 miles an hour in like the year 2020? I'm sorry. I think they pitched the the rate of technology increased a bit too fast. I mean, I know it was coming out the 90s and it was still the early 2000s. I really wish we had had stuff like that by now. Of course, this game probably would have been out a long time ago if that were the case. Oh well, things happened in that period. We all know what happened between the year 2000 and up until now. Yeah. Well, speaking of which, even the 90s. You know, I would be happy if we had like the future of the 1950s. Because even though everything would still be big, we'd at least be in space. So, yeah. But I'll definitely be making stuff like that. And again, another promotion for you guys helping me out, because at the moment I literally have one person like working on models. And right now he's kind of testing it out on his he's from Europe, by the way. Yeah, European working on American stuff. Yay! But I was really amazed when he told me, like, wow, really? Like, yep. But he's gonna obviously do his country first, and then we'll have to wait. Unless one of you guys decide to step in and start doing... Either way, he's doing a really good job for someone who almost just learned how to do it. But, yeah. I mean, I could do it, but I'm just too... I don't have the time. I mean, I was going to, but I decided to take a couple more classes this year, so yeah. And that, and I have a job, so. Now that I think of it, I think I like planned this all before I even got my job, so yeah. Totally didn't plan that one. Oh! Hold on, guys, I'm gonna need to take this call. 1 second. And I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. You know, sometimes when your mom calls, you gotta answer. So many Let's Players just let that kind of stuff go on through. Anyway, they're just like, hey, mom's calling, and sometimes they even let them talk to, and we all know who watch Let's Play. But you get the idea. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we're still waiting for our clock to go faster. I don't know if I'll have time to get to 1900. If not, in the review episode, if we're not at 1900 by then, I'll just skip to it, and then I'll do the review, save, update the game, come back, and then show you the update compared to the old one. If there's any major changes. If there's just minor changes, I'll just start off like normal. But if anything major happens, I'll gladly show it off. So just keep that in mind. It's gonna be a pain if they add like vehicles in, like say 1900 and 1950, and you have to like go through time to get to them because they stop before 1950 and they don't come directly at 1900, you know, stuff like that. But I can deal with that. Might be a while. That'll be a lot of recording. Who knows? Maybe I'll edit that one this time. So yeah. Also, if we go through the music track too many times, just ask me and I'll gladly start importing music from other games and stuff. That isn't copyrighted, of course, sadly. Or games that are so obscure that I think no one, not even the devs themselves, will. But I'll try to prevent that. But I'll definitely try to get some other music if you guys A, can still hear me over it, but B, get tired of this. To be honest, I wonder if I should stop the in-game music. I think it's actually part of the beta. I'm sorry, not the beta, but the pre-order deal. So, yeah, I don't want to do that for y'all. Hopefully he adds more tracks to the game, because, I mean, sure, in my opinion, it doesn't 100% fit the theme of the game, but exception for Big Boss, which is that song that sounds like the opening for Transport Tycoon Deluxe, but, you know, that's what I think it sounds like. Actually, I think that's what it's based off of. But, I mean, like, if it were more like that, then I wouldn't. But they're still very good songs. All the other ones are very good. They just seem a little out of place to me. And, oh yeah. Yeah, this road. Oh, I can't wait until cities can just go through your tracks or over them properly. That will be such. That would be. I'd clap for that. Yeah, I'd clap for that. Yeah. Yeah, of course, redoing all these stations is going to be a pain, but hey. If we don't get there, it won't be a problem. But at least we have, like, some income. That freight. That freight. You know what? We could. If we can at least get cargo going here, not only will the production on this increase, but I think the production on this will as well. And where is it now? Oh, wow. Yeah, see, there's the limit of 50, but it's only producing 25. But that kind of stuff I don't mind. Carrying 10 oil, and there's 4 oil waiting. Yeah, stuff like that. As long as it's making a profit. Oh, barely. No, it's not. No, it is. Oh, okay, it's just had to update. But yeah, I mean, as long as it makes a profit, I don't care how much it carries. Just make. And that's probably one reason why I don't have a giant network yet, because I just build as long as I can make break even. That's how I play these games. And then they finally get to a point of where they just make so much money that it just breaks all the time. So, like, I don't have to do anything. I can just let them run for me. That no matter how much I build, even if I were to fill the map, I'd still have money. At that point, I always start new. You'll never see me do intricate networks unless I feel compared to other people who do it all the time. Just, you know, yeah. Actually, why are we losing money? It's the loan, people. It's the loan. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start just spamming this repay button eventually. Oh, cool. Y'all can't hear me clicking the... Well, I don't know about that. Maybe y'all can hear me clicking the mouse rapidly. But I'll just, you know, spam it. Yeah, we might be back in red again. But hey, I mean, if we can improve passenger, then... Oh, wait. That's something I need to check out. Do buses increase since they're horses? Of course they do! We're almost 100% running more than we should be. You know what, guys? That'd be a good time to upsell all the lines and upgrade them if we can make enough money off. I'll see if we can get into the green again, save, and then, yeah, start upgrading vehicles and things. 'Cause that's one feature I didn't even notice they had fixed. Running costs going up over time properly. Because, I mean, obviously, deterioration of vehicles doesn't exist, but the running costs do. I keep forgetting that for some... Yeah, and up! There goes some green. There goes some green. So, let's test this out. We got plenty of time. Yeah, we got like another 28 minutes before I decide to stop. So yeah, let's use that all depot and sell them feature. This is probably going to break everything. Who cares? Actually, how much are the trams running? Are they running too much? Because they're fairly new. 26, that's reasonable. Once it gets to like half as much, that's when I start considering replacing, upgrading, or even getting rid of, depending on. That's probably why we're not making... Yeah. These were the ones I left in the depot. They're running... Yeah. Oh, really? Ah. Are they the ones I left in? Huh? Let's see. This. Oh, no. These are the ones that weren't. And these. Yeah, these... But still, that's still high running. We're just gonna drop them. Drop them all. And A, they won't be worth much, but... Our first trade is worth less than 20% of what we paid for it initially. That is sad. But yeah, we're going to use our magical all to... And I know it'll get rid of all cargo, but... We're going to use all to the depot for these first 3 lines, because they're just... Yeah. Sell, and sell. Aw, one of them's... No, 2 of them are stuck. I'll let them go to their stations, and then... Yeah, that's another thing they're gonna probably need to work out. Getting to a depot that they can't immediately get to on the direction of traveling. Yeah. I don't know, guys. Maybe. Now we just got rid of our only means of profit. And as you see, they're disappearing off the list. So, yeah. I mean, sure, running costs will drop, but there goes our profits. I mean, sure, we're still making money off the other lines, but oh, snap. All those poor passengers are going to have to wait until we have more money now. Oh, I don't think I thought that one all. I'm sorry. If it weren't for the entire issue of us needing to take out that loan again, we probably would have had more than... Oh well. I mean, the oil train's making money again. Up. Yeah, 16 minutes. No one's going to want to ride that train. are you, dude? Not even at the station yet. Oh, I just got there. And yeah, we're gonna turn you around. Turn. There we go. Ah, cool! It even says it in the thing. Oh, it's not. Yeah, we might. Oh, those passengers are gonna hate us. Oh, we're. Resignations moment. If you guys know why I keep doing that, it's because I'm like half doing things from. Uh oh. I think we broke it, guys. Well. Well, we can't afford any trains, but we can start adding buses in at least. Vehicle. You know what? We're gonna use these. Yeah, we're gonna use these. 1, 2. That's all we got, guys. We can only afford. But yeah, we're definitely setting them out on their line. What line is this? Oh yeah, it's just one line. I'm sorry, I'm thinking I had it set up to do. Yeah, there we go, line 2. And here we go. Here we go. Our new steam buses that cost us a fortune. Driven by their magic drivers and livable passengers. But oh yeah, they open from the front. That's one thing that's really cool about these. They were interesting. And there it goes with its visible passenger. I mean, these clearly have interiors since they're open, but like closed vehicles. Turn off cargo there. But yeah, there they go. There they go. We're already going faster than the the trams. But yeah, passenger, move out the way. Oh wait, you're not. Yeah, you are a passenger because you're gonna be riding those. Yeah, get out the way. Ugh. I really hope because they said they did have it at a point where trams and vehicles got priority, but it messed up the entire simulation. Why they changed it back, but yeah. I know, no steam, but it's still cool. Can't wait till we can change colors and stuff, but it's cool, and yeah, we totally shouldn't have gotten rid of our trains. They were making enough money. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna reload the save when we had them and just get rid of the buses. Let's see, 1874, that's not too bad. There is a autosave after it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see this green train right here? The one I totally couldn't talk about earlier? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this one. This is the one we'll be getting next before that blue. That's the one I want to upgrade. Have the money by then. At the rate it's looking, yeah, we won't. Temporary one, I hope this one. Back to that. Sorry if I'm not cutting them out, but I don't do editing that much. It's a pain, and just look at that route. What is up there? I mean, seriously, we have a tunnel here, climbs the hill, and yeah. And I know I think it was in like demonstrate. But lighting. No. Stop ruining everything. Actually, it's up. Oh man, it isn't it? Where's the sun? I don't see it. We'll just say it's the clouds. Still, that's a. If it even is. Alright. Yep, they're still there. They're still horribly expensive. Yep. The bus lines gotta go. 9, 2, and 3, you are out. And yeah, see, they just instantly go there no matter where they are as long. We're gonna leave the trains. I might sell off 2 of them, preferably the oldest. Are these in order? Well, that's cool. They say what the engine is, but don't say what the number is. Yeah, we're definitely selling the 2. Not number 2. 5. Yeah, that's another thing I hope they add, like an actual line. Well, make it optional. I'm sorry, make it optional, so people won't be like, oh, look, they done changed this, and I didn't want it. Make every option optional. Oh boy. But yeah, we're totally sitting those 2 nearest they unload. Speaking of which, how many buses are off now? All of them. Wow, that was fast. Okay. I was like, let's sell them all, and then I realized we already did. I'm sorry, folks. Gonna have to wait a couple of months. But, oh, wouldn't that just be horrible? You walk to your bus station and after, you know, having a cup of coffee or whatever. Get to the bus stop and find out that all buses have been stopped. I mean, granted that happens in real life, but then they're like, they won't be back in like a couple of months. That would just... oh, that would be the... And I don't even use public transport, but that would... Even to me, that'd be horrible. And Train 1, you are being really mean. Blocking that one path. That one path. I think in real life, though, if it's blocked too long, and don't quote me on this, sometimes they'll send a train behind the next. But even still, I mean, they like monitor everything outages. And I think they'll only do it in like an emergency. Never do it like under normal running conditions. God forbid there accidentally be an accident. But whoa, what's going on here? Oh. Passengers! Stop it, please. I just wish we could build like overpasses for passengers so they can just skip intersections. And yes, they are worth nothing. Nothing at all. We paid like 20 times these amounts. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, yep, there we go. Without the trains, we don't even have enough to buy one. We don't have enough to buy one. Oh, wait, pause the game. Yeah, I need to use the hotkeys. I keep forgetting, I know them. But, we at least have one bus on each line. Something out. Speaking of which, Train 1, where are you now? You're just now exiting the tunnel. Okay. Means Train 2 should be... Yeah, it's going right in right now. Whoa! Where'd that window... Oh, okay, there it is. Road Vehicle 2. Shall be online. Something. 2? Hey, where's Road Vehicle 1? Ah, whatever. And I guess we can just show what the truck looks like. Horse. Whatever. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. I'm more focused on trying to get some money to get everything back and running again. Yeah. I swear, if you guys can't hear me, I'm going to... Oh, well. EO to some people, but that's sometimes going too far, so I'm sorry about that. Just saying. But you get the idea. I'm not going to be happy. There we go. You know, when I was little... I used to do things like replace bad words, like words that sounded very close, but if you listen closely, I mean, we were kids, we said it so obviously. But I mean, like, you know, just replace. So people would still know we were, you know, I mean, we would just never say, you, blah, 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 but, you know, it's like, oh, dadgummit, you know, stuff like that, basically. But things happen. Because we were kids. You know, kids can... They're not supposed to do it, but they do it anyway. That's why they're kids. That's why they decided to split up age. Some people... Anyway. Where are you now, sir? You are here. You are worth... That is nothing, but it's enough for one butt. That's all I care about. And you... Slightly more. Yeah. Our bus line must be making nothing right now. Oh, nah, it probably hasn't updated all the way. But line 3 is just dead. If it weren't for trams, this station would probably not have enough. Actually, I wonder something. I can't tell. It'll also be nice to see like how many people are using it, etc., etc. Because we can see the capacity of the town using it as a total, but just not for each. Yeah, see, like half the people. And remember, this town is like 256 by now. But like, yeah, that's we have half the cities going on our trams going to this other town. That is, or around it, around this one. That is. And here it comes, guys. Here's train number 1. And see how long that... Oh. I'm not fast-forwarding. But see how long that took? Yeah, that's the thing about the map they were trying to clarify. But... I don't know, guys. Maybe it was better running those old vehicles. At least they made something. Ugh. Well, and, oh, here comes train number 2. Will be the last time you ever see these two guys. Take a good look at them. Gone. Couple of seconds. And the running cost too. Let us just watch them casually stroll by. Or not, because the game could crash. Game. Why? Why? You know what, guys? Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I'll just stop the recording about 10 minutes short. No! We could go take a look at the save I'm going to use in a few. Or the, and by moments, I mean probably like after the review episode. After the review of this version, the save file, and then the review of the newer version when it comes out, and that starting save file. But, yeah. We'll just take a look at it. Because here's an example of something that would have worked if I had remembered about that stupid lines only go to a certain platform thing. And here we go. Prime example of my double station. Yeah, there was totally supposed to be some buildings over here, but they never came to, sadly. Maybe eventually. But yeah, here we go. This is where the problem occurred, right here. Because I had an express train that always loved to use this platform, but the only way to get to this platform is by here. And so, and there used to be a signal here to keep like trains all the way over here coming through, and also to keep them going through here if they needed to. It's, you know, there's no way around or past these two platforms. But I didn't think that far ahead. Really should have. But sadly I didn't. But yeah, the train would be here and trying to come out. And since these are path signals and not block signals, since this path was clear right up to the signal, another train was coming along this track, stopped right where that train just came through, right about here, blocking off this switch, and it caused a traffic jam that caused an irreversible bank failure, as you can see. I mean, yeah, and unfortunately I don't really have an older save file to fix that, so yeah, it would have worked, you guys. Would have worked. Oh well. And actually, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We still have money for the loan, but I mean, once we take it out, we'd already have to spend like 2 million just in loan, and at that point, we'd only have 1 million left to improve everything. So yeah. Then I think this other line's just too slow. Line 2. Yeah, the cities are just too far away. In 1900, this would have worked perfect, but in 1850... And now it's 1882, by the way. But yeah, they're just too far. They're just too far. Especially this one. And this is our most profitable, speaking. And oh yeah, there's this great plan to say, hey, cargo station, we can transport stuff here, and then use it as a drop-off point and even deliver cargo, but unfortunately, after I built it, I was like, so where's the cargo? Yeah, they are all production industries in this area. The nearest... Yeah. Yeah. The only production... The only, I'm sorry. Exception for this, the rest are just producing. They don't actually make anything. This is the only building, literally, that makes goods in this entire area. So, and the city always takes priority when it comes to goods. So, once the goods got to the city, there's like nothing for the train. And there was nothing on this side either that I could recall that also could be used for goods. So basically, it was a grand failure of building that stop. But I left it there just because it's cool looking. I mean, look at it. Go up here and then... Boom! And it was also great that cargo trains didn't have to go all the way up to this area and unload like I did in one save file. Then again, they couldn't because this is also a through station. There's grand plans to clearly expand upon this area. And hey! I forgot about this. No, I didn't. It's just I couldn't show it off in the last one. But this is one of those new passenger cars, and like I said, in this era, there's like going to be 4 of them when you start in 1900. The original, the second one, this one, the one that like was invented later after 1900. But yeah, and here's that green train I was talking about. This one. Oh, this one's a beauty. It's twice powerful as this one, ish. Almost twice. Granted, it does cost almost twice as much per year to run, and twice as much to buy. But it is faster by like 10 miles per hour compared to the first. Sure, it's heavier, but the power, that is what, and the tractive effort combined makes it perfect for passenger and freight. I'd use that a lot. Unfortunately, I can't use it because, you know. And also, the coal wagons. Did they upgrade? I forgot. I have to go back and look at them. Yeah, these two, they're going to upgrade in like a few years anyway. And here we go. Original, that one that we saw last time, and the newer one. 11 passenger, which is the one I usually upgrade to from these. But, yeah. Their top speed is just stupid. I mean, at this point, they can't even go that fast. The blue engine, though, that's going to come out in like 30 years, that'll definitely work. But, you know, we don't have it yet. And the running cost is even higher than these. But that makes sense compared to these. So, yeah. But overall, yeah, save file wouldn't be safe. Oh, the pun. But, you get the idea. Oh, I still got 8 minutes left, and I don't know what to talk about now. You know what? I guess one of these days, I can start reviewing older games. Comparing them to Train Fever. I mean, I kind of already do it, but I mean like a literal, I sit down, have a semi-script. I don't have a script or anything. I'm too late. Even things that I need to write down, so trust me, you'll never hear or see me even notice script at all, because I'm just too late. Too lazy for script. But, I mean, I'll make one if people like, hey, I need X, Y, and Z, in which case I'll do X, Y, and Z. But as soon as I finish doing it, it's back to whatever the heck is my mind at the moment. Expect stuff like that. But yeah, fine. And you know what? Just cause we can, that green in. I got 2 of them. Let's ride lines 1 and 2 in real time. While looking at the sky that the developers... Oh, come back. You know what? I'm not even going to save. Oh yeah. Maybe this can be the review episode. I'm using the review save anyway. Yeah. I'll make this the... Up. Wait. Game. Okay. See? The sky. I mean, I know the frame rate's just going to go out the window. Oh, it's already at the station. It's already at the station. No, it's not. Never mind. Yeah, see, this is what I meant by, like, having depots halfway. I'll just stick them there and call it a day. But, yeah, I thought it was the station. But nope, we're just gonna... Oh. You know what? I'm not even full screen on my screen. I mean, it records the window that the game's in perfectly, but I still see the... There we go. But, yeah. I'm gonna pass by one of the old ones, I think. Yeah, there it goes. Pass by one of the older models. And sadly, we can't afford that new model. So yeah. Oh wait, that means it doesn't come out in 1885. I'm sorry, it comes out earlier than that. But like, basically 1880 is when you get that other good. So yeah, just wait for that. Unless you need a good freight engine in between, in which case this one. But yeah. And actually, this used to be one of the express trains I was talking about that, like, just goes to certain stations as fast as it can. But that's what broke the entire thing, so yeah. Once they fixed that station issue, this would have been perfectly fine. I could have had, like, 20 trains and making killer profit. But nope. Also, if you didn't notice, there are no buses or trams in this save file. Because I literally had a save file which had no road vehicle, exception for like trucks to help a coal mine get stuff from that mine to a station faster. But that was, and yeah, that was that giant save that I said was making $1 million. I mean, it was that save. Because I noticed something about one of the cargo trucks. Because a lot of times they refer to these train cars as trucks, but it depends on where you live. Basically, yeah. Basically, those cars, that's what I call them. I'm sorry. Or wagons. It really depends on where you live. For now, we'll just call them boxes, because that's basically what they were. They were originally box cars, that's what I call them, or good wagons. You know, those. They could carry any cargo type. So they would be carrying goods to a city, and then there's this coal mine on top of the hill that like shut down years prior to the fact that it was just too far away. And I was taking like the monopoly away from it from another coal mine that was even farther away and making killer profits off it. But basically, it started producing again one day, and I'm like, wait. And I didn't notice until I was checking the cargo train at the steel mill and noticing it was making money. I'm like, wait, why is this making money? And I'm like, so I wait for it to come back because I'm some weird reason I didn't actually follow it to the station. And then I'm like, I click it right before it enters, and I notice coal. Where's that coming from? And then I look over in the air, and boom, it's producing coal again. It's just sending it down the hill to the cargo station. And as soon as all the goods are gone, it just loads coal into the wagons again. And wagons, wow. Oh, wait, let me stop. Right here. This is what I was talking about. You see that? It just steps. It's just a broken step. I mean, the road has to obviously go right through, but the sidewalks and everything just go straight down. A guy could trip and fall and get hit by a train like that, you know. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, how they made it all derpy with the roads just to get them to work better for people. But yeah. I mean, these trains obviously have no issue filling up with passengers. It's just that initial issue of getting them to the station. That just, yeah. Oh well. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the coal mine thing. So it's just sending coal down the hill on its merry way, and I decide, hey, it's like 1940 at the time. And I'd say, hey, those Steinbergers, or whatever those trucks were called, you know, actual trucks. I decided to use those for once, so yeah. And then 100 and something plus years later, I'm actually still using them, because amazingly, the trucks that had came out in like the 1980s, which at that point, vehicles, they all stopped. There was literally no vehicles you could buy after 2014, laughably. All the vehicles were outdated, and the ones that were like passenger locomotives and a couple of freight cars, and some passenger cars. But outside of that, yeah, there's like nothing. I literally used those same trucks from like 1940 for over 100 years. Same goes for those electric engines, but like towards 2020, I was like, nah, we're gonna use these other ones. Because there's this one locomotive that comes out in the 90s. I'll show you, that's just stupid awesome. Or at least it was at the time, because this is for those two new vehicles that came out. The, I forgot what it's called. I just know it by the nickname, the Crocodile. It's that green electric engine that I'll show you. Not that mountain one that I was using earlier, but it's another one. Y'all might know it just by the way it looks. Locomotive, a couple of other games. But I'll show you when we get to it in 10 or 20 something whenever it comes. But yeah, that one and the French TGVs, you know, those orange with white stripe passenger locomotives that are just stupid fast. Yeah, those are also new. But it was before those. But this was one vehicle which, funnily enough, was built better than the vehicle that came after it. I mean, that vehicle had more power, but it was like 50 kilometers per hour slow. I used it, and I was like, I decided to upgrade to those, and then once the years changed, I upgraded the remaining old, newer version. You get the idea, yeah. But yeah, I used those for a long time as well. And even with their running costs, and this was before that window ever even implemented, show you how much it's going over cost. I'm fairly sure after 100 years, maybe 300 to 400% than what it should have. But yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Once they hit their life time, their running costs just explode. Which is why you're supposed to replace them if they haven't already died. Anyway, oh! Well, I gotta stop anyway, besides it being the 2-hour mark. But I guess I'll talk to you guys another time, record on Sunday, and, you know, stuff like that. So this is JM764, signing out. See you guys! Still not using hotkeys.